You're the one who survived the assassin's arrow as well, aren't you?
You're back! What have you found? I hope another explorer hasn't offered my team a better fee. I'd never forgive them. This shop is too quiet without my assistants. I miss their arguing.
Que larde! I'd heard the godlike had come to Paradise. Come in.
It is. I found it when I was mapping the coastline. It's very valuable. I hired a team of colleagues, you see, to help me cover the area. Except they vanished. I sent one of my assistants to document each region. I warned Girmund about those Zaribs. It was Zaribs, wasn't it? Oh, on second thought, don't tell me. Ah, poor Wilfred. A keen eye for botany. He loved to write about the plants he found. Fletcher! Oh, I was sure she would be safe. Her maps were so meticulous. She even made her own ink. You found him? Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
Madico, this expedition is cursed. Where did I go wrong?
Charting is all about facing the unknown. Thank you, amico. You've helped me shape the course of history. Come back to the shop anytime. Thank you, amica. You've helped me shape the course of history. Come back to the shop sometime. Thank you, amici. You've helped me shape the course of history. Come back to the shop anytime. I have just added the most interesting glade to the Emerald Stair. It seems to have been a Delemgan palace. That cave coral gives off a beautiful glow, doesn't it? I would not eat it, though. Trust me. Welcome back. They were meant for my assistants, but I don't think they'll use them anytime soon. That is the first official survey of the Living Lands. I am. It's a pleasure to meet someone familiar with my work.
Worry? About danger? Nonsense. Fortune favors the bold.
Not exactly as I thought it would. Ah, no. A friend in Neketaka is watching him. She said the trip would be too dangerous. I miss him, but she may have had a point. Mapmaker and writer. My guide to the Deadfire paid for my journey here. I'm trying to write another, but things aren't quite going to plan. Have you been to the bathhouse? I'm too busy myself, but I'm told it's a taste of old Spirento. That map was hypothetical. To make a proper one would be the highlight of my career. I may have, yes. I'm starting to wonder if the gods were telling me to stay away. The displays are for educational purposes. I have a few other supplies you might find useful, though. I should probably put it somewhere safer before I forget. I've been so busy, things have sort of fallen through the cracks. More than a month. Why aren't they writing? I'm a charming conversationalist. When you find them, give them a stern word from me. Safe travels, amico. Safe travels, amica. Safe travels, amici.
They are explorers. They would do no such thing.
I should hire guards as well. But those guards will require fees. That's because it's not finished. They were scholars, not soldiers. It's not the same contract. But still, perhaps not well enough. I hoped their excitement would make up for their inexperience. I'll see that they receive full credit. They won't have died in vain. Ah, what am I saying? One cannot put a price on discovery. It was the same in the Deadfire. I must have lost sight of that. I've heard there's treasure on Castor's Folly. I wonder if anyone will be brave enough to search for it. Did you know that a place they call the Twined Wood has no trees? A peculiar name for it, no? These notes say that Lake Lacuna contains a piece of the moon. That cannot be true, can it? Do you think the acid sea in Galawain's tusks is actually acid? Ooh, I hope not. I came long before them. I had to be the first to document it. It will be, eventually. I've had some unforeseen setbacks. I'd be happy to simply finish this expedition first. Never. There's just too much to be done, especially now that I have to do it all myself. I wouldn't want to impose upon your time. I had 4 of them. I came prepared. Or so I thought. Then your luck is better than mine. Although in hindsight, I should have done more research first. If nothing else, my map is very nearly finished now, so some good has come of the expedition after all. I thought... Well, that's the problem. I wasn't thinking. At least their maps will live on. I suppose that's a kind of immortality. I'm mapping all of the living lands. You mean you will look for them? May the gods smile upon you. It's worse than you can imagine. At this rate, I'll never finish. Don't be absurd. I'm sure they simply took a wrong turn somewhere. I'll pay a fair commission for each set of notes you return with. I do not let hard work go unrewarded. If you see them, do let me know. Did your god revive you? Did you gaze upon the wheel itself? I must know.
Intriguing. You must be part of some kind of prophecy. Maybe that's how your godly spark found you to begin with, eh?
But I apologize. Everyone must be asking you such things. Can I interest you in my artifacts? Or one of my maps?
Intriguing. I admit, animancy is not my field. Maybe the Adra network of the living lands is different.
I apologize. My curiosity got the better of me. Surely you see, though, a god like Envoy, you are quite unusual. It's terrible when I cannot make sense of my dreams. If the gods send you a message, they could at least be clear about it. Fascinating. It's a shame you did not recognize them. Maybe your godly visitor wanted to disguise themselves. Now, can I interest you in my artifacts? Or maybe a map?
Goodness, no. I cannot be trusted with an arquebus. I'm a cartographer, not a hunter.
I hope people can come here to learn more about the living lands. There's so much to see. It's just... it's also dangerous. It is. I had help, but, well, that's another story entirely. A few. I hoped they'd come to see my new map, but that's a long way off. All the more reason to teach them. As soon as I finish my map, at least. Though, after what you've seen, perhaps you wouldn't find this so strange. Though, if you are the new Envoy, perhaps you should hear about this. I like to think I am a better judge of character than that. You're right. I was so excited by the prospect of being first. Never mind. That's no excuse. It seems we've both learned that the hard way. Or I'm attempting to. If you're the new Envoy, maybe you can help? Especially not yours and mine. I wish it were that simple. I know! At least the pirates could be reasoned with. None of this holds a candle to being assassinated. But still, I thought the explorers were happy to work with me. Maybe I was wrong. They're the least of my problems right now. They do chew the parchment, but no, they are the least of my concerns.
I'd work day and night if I thought I could make any progress.
Thankfully, no. That would be the last thing I need. Of course, you'll need extra supplies, too. I hadn't thought of that. This should cover what the expedition would cost me, at least. Thank the gods you came in. Or your patron god, as it were. Am I? Oh, no. Now I truly cannot afford to fail. You joke, but I may very well have set fire to my career. I fear I'm not even a good cartographer these days. I don't have time for that. Not now that I am working alone. Unless I summon 2 more of me, I don't think that will work. In fact, if you are the new Envoy, perhaps you should know about this. Of course not. Though the way things are going, I may have to eventually. That's what worries me. Well, they'd have to come back first. They were before they left. Certainly not. Or I hope not, I should say. Yes, this is his map of the Eastern Ruins. It's a start. But the other assistants are still out there somewhere. It'd be a real help to me if you could find the rest. These are Wilfrith's. He left for Shatterscarp over a month ago. That is Fletcher's handwriting. Good. It seems the pages are intact. Only Renato could be so disorganized. Thank the gods his map is here. Let me see. I'll pay you for every set of notes that you bring back. I don't let hard work go unrewarded. Now to the truth of it. Welcome, welcome! I was hoping you would drop in. I hired an entire team of assistants just like him. I sent them to chart the other regions, but I've not heard from them either.
You might start by checking the bounty boards. If you could find them as well, I'd be very grateful.
I'll pay you for the trouble, of course. They better not be sleeping out there. Imprisoned? That must be why he wasn't writing. What did he do? Imprisoned? And you didn't try to free him? What did he do? Oh, terrible. Renato was the first one I hired. It was always about the adventure for him.
You might start by checking the bounty boards. Their names should be on there.
He's going to get a talking to when he returns. Stealing? Oh, but that violates every principle of our field. You're not telling me something. Still, notes are notes, I suppose. I thought he was honest. How am I ever going to free him?
I don't think my assistants are hiding in there. I understand a curious spirit, but I promise that region is well mapped. My shop is in here, Envoy. You won't find any treasures that way. Welcome to the Emporium. Gelarde. I'd heard a godlike had come to Paradise. Listen, you haven't been to the wilds east of the city, have you?
When he last wrote, he was mapping the eastern ruins. Take the letter. It might help. If you find him, bring his work to my shop in Paradise Hightown.
Come to my shop when you found him.
Wait, dead? No, I warned Girmund about those Saribs. I fear for my other assistants. If you find them elsewhere in the living lands, please tell me. First Girmund leaves, now his letters won't turn up.
You're the one who survived the assassin's arrow as well, aren't you?
What happened? Did your god revive you? Did you gaze upon the wheel itself? I must know.
But to meet you, what an honor. Who is your patron? Were you drawn to this place? Intriguing. You must be part of some kind of prophecy. Maybe that's how your godly spark found you to begin with, eh? Intriguing. I admit, animancy is not my field. Maybe the Adra of the living lands is different. Fascinating. It's a shame you did not recognize them. Maybe your god wanted to disguise themselves.
It's terrible when I cannot make sense of my dreams. If the gods send you a message, they could at least be clear about it. I apologize. My curiosity got the better of me. But I apologize. Everyone must be asking you such things. Surely you see, though, a god like Envoy, you are quite unusual. A god like of unknown provenance. Even more interesting.
You can? Wait, you're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I apologize. Everyone must ask you such things. He must have gone farther than I thought. Average build? Now, if he were a river, I could describe him perfectly. Don't be absurd. I've been waiting all day. If he'd come, I'd have seen him. If you find him and bring me his map, I'll be glad to pay you for it. I may even have more work for you. His name is Girmund. He's my assistant, and I'm worried about him. I sent him to map the eastern wilds. I knew it would be perilous, but it's been a long time since he's written, even for him. Thank the gods! At least coin will get me somewhere. It was Zarib's, wasn't it? Poor fool. At least you saved his work.
Who knows? Perhaps you'll find the answers you're looking for here.
You're welcome anytime. I have quite the assortment of curios. Maybe you'll even buy one of my maps. Just come to my shop in Paradise Hightown. Maybe that's for the best. Well, then have you seen a cartographer in the area? Human, about my height.
Bandits, smugglers, spiders with eyes as big as plates.
Cartography is not for the slight. It requires a certain initiative. I'm not assuming the worst yet. I'm sure he's just indisposed. It's an intrepid occupation, as I said. I assume that's a no?
Ho! So you are familiar with my work. It's a pleasure to meet one as cultured as you. It was arduous work, but I couldn't have done it without help. Speaking of which, I will need to do this. The living lands aren't going to map themselves. Oh, it's a long walk down here from northern Paradise. Whew. What does the Garrote think they're doing? Kai! Envoy! The Garrote, look what they've done to Paradise. They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran. It's an outrage. They've got no respect for the living land's history. They broke some glass, but the map is safe. I took my notes and bolted when they came through Hightown. First my assistants, now this. What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere? It's an outrage. What did the artisans or merchants do to them? Putting them down? Matiko. I want nothing to do with this. If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Ballarok. They didn't think I was worth the trouble. Why can't they settle these things over tea for once? I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. Gods, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help. You always were a forgiving friend. On the very first page. I won't give them the satisfaction of killing me. Good luck, Aimiko. Good luck, Aimika. Good luck, Aimichi. Don't worry. I have a copy of the map right here with me. First the dead fire, now here. Envoy! Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you. I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. For saving the city and everything.